Alright guys, we're going to go over an issue today with the air compressor and separating water from the air. This compressor here is from 1992. I've had it ever since then. It's done good, but I'm concerned about the water getting in the tank and damaging the tank. Through the years, it's been very hard to get down on the bottom of it and drain the water because it's a little valve down there you have to open and close, and finally had to put pliers on it and leave them on there, and it just gets worse and worse. So it's online where you can get a extended valve. So I put that on there, and that works real good, and to let water out of it. But what I wanted to do also too is I saw a bunch of people where they were putting coolers on them to chill the water or to chill the air before it went into the tank itself, to keep the air out of the tank. As y'all can tell, there's some water that still gets in there. This tank's been ran several times. We hadn't drained the other trap. But we'll go over what we did here, several modifications we done to improve that, and also some other things here. This is a compressor, the Velbus compressor, originally, like I said, 1992. The two-stage compressor went out on it, so we put a Harbor Freight compressor on it. It's been working very good. It's got the two canisters here. I didn't like the way the drain was on the oil, to change the oil, because it just makes a mess when you use the plug that they sent with it. Put an extension on there with just a regular faucet valve, so you can faucet cut off, so you can cut it on and off. When you get ready to drain the oil, you can take this hose down I got over here, put it in a bucket, and drain your oil out real good, and it just makes it a whole lot easier when changing your oil. As you can tell, got the hard pipe in here and piping in here, and we'll go over that in just a second, show you exactly what all that's doing. So the main focus was, we do a lot of sandblasting, do painting with spray guns and everything else. That takes a lot of air, a lot of CFMs. And right now we're doing this video late at night, almost 11 o'clock at night, and it's still 82 degrees outside in August in Alabama. So in the daytime, you run the compressor, it's 100 degrees outside a lot of days, and humidity is real high, so they get a lot of water in them. And especially when you're using reels inside the regular shop, they get water in them as well. So we'll go over what we did here, and we'll show you maybe some temperature differences on it. So coming out of the compressor itself, we got the hard pipe. It's hard piped all the way around, and had a heating and cooling issue earlier this year. The evaporator core rusted out, so it was leaking the Freon that was in the air conditioning unit for the house, the HVAC unit. So the guy took the old evaporator core out and was going to throw it away. I said, no, I'm going to try something different. So as far as I know, this is the only one that I've ever seen like this. So I used my evaporator core out of my 4-ton unit on the house, and piped it all around it, and using it as a chiller or cooler for the air before it actually goes back and goes into the tank. That way we're trying to trap this water before it gets into the tank to keep the tank from rusting. You can see here how it's piping in. It pipes in on the low side here. I'm sorry, piping in on the big line here, going in. It goes through these the different coil chambers in the unit itself, and then when it comes back out, y'all can see here, I left the expansion valve on here, and when it comes out in a real small pipe, and then comes into this area here, and I got a separate water trap up here that I put in place for it. So you can see the water coming out here. It's because the unit's been ran 2 or 3 times and not drained. As long as you drain it here, it won't make it to the tank. But if you forget to drain it here, about after every 1 or 2 runs, then you're going to have a problem going into the tank. Water going in there. But adding the extra valve there, done good. We also have 3 traps on the outside too. But we'll go on and crank this up and start running it and show you some temperature differences. right, guys. We started running the compressor at 60 psi. Well, it kicks off at 120. So it's been up 60 psi. We'll show you what the difference is here. This is the main line coming out of the compressor. You can get over here to it. You can see right here 183 degrees. That's going out to that chiller. This is the line coming back. It's 91. But like I said, this is the line going out to the shop, and this is inside the shop. It's 91 degrees out here. Go back to the line coming into the tank, 91. Go to the line going out to the chiller, 178, 179, 90. And then like I said, out here in the shop, 91. So that's a big difference, guys. 180 to 90, almost 100 degrees. We have recorded it before or showed it before where it was 100 degrees difference in the daytime. But right now it's about 90 degrees difference. So that's a lot of difference in temperature before it actually goes into the tank. We'll open the valve again to see if we got any water. It's sort of hard to get it when you got a lot of pressure on it. Get a rag here. And let it start dripping a little bit. You can see all this is stopping before it gets into the actual tank. So that'll save your tank and make it last longer. I know a lot of people don't have this option, but I'm sure the small coolers do a good job too. But this big cooler really, or evaporator core really works good. If y'all have any questions or anything, please let me know, and I'll see if I can answer them for you. All right, thank you.